Okay, what's the date today? July the 7th, 2022. Okay, trying to do some of the video stuff. Talking about the third temple the other day and whether they're ever going to get a red heifer or not. Maybe Yeshua, Jesus, knew that people would be trying to do this. Just a couple of white hairs and then they're disqualified. Isn't that interesting? Because do we really need the third temple? No. That already happened first century AD. Okay, before the destruction of the second temple in 70 AD. All kinds of things were happening, all kinds of perversions. The road is narrow. This is part of the problem. Put a theological term on it, call it preterism. Preterism, yeah, some things happened. Don't say everything happened, but some things did happen prior to the first temple destruction. Matthew 27, 52 and 53, there was a great resurrection. Now, is that connected with first fruits, Revelation 14, verse 4? First fruits. Many is many. How many is many? Some things have already happened. Where are we at? Nothing's happened for the last 1900 years? Huh, really? 1 Thessalonians 4, 14 to 17. Not what most people read, 15, 16, 17. Verse 14, Paul confirmed that many came with him. Come with him, I should say. Come with him when they are caught up. No, the word rapture is not in the English Bible. It's in the Latin Vulgate. Who do you think pushed everything into the future? Yeah. And we're being taught they got to have the third temple first. Really? Psalms 90. I'm shaking my camera here. Psalms 90 is not talking about a person's age. It's in context with 1,000 years in the same chapter, Psalms 90. Something happens between 70 and 10. That's 70 years. Some people don't even, unfortunately, make 70 years. And 80, that's 80 years. Some people are over 80 years. What's it talking about? And we fly away. But some people don't want to even believe Elijah went to the third heaven. Just went to the first or the second heaven, flying around like the birds. Really? Appeared in the mountain transfiguration with Moses and Jesus, Yeshua. Where you just decided to leave the sky for a few minutes? No. There is 7 events all the way from Enoch, 7th from Adam, is a key. No, not like a door key. You don't have to take everything literal. But don't go to the other extreme and thinking everything is symbolic either. Precept upon precept, Isaiah talked about it. Precept upon precept, line upon line, rightly, it's correctly dividing the word of truth. So there's Enoch, Moses, Elijah. That's the first 3 candles on the menorah. The servant candle is the center. It's Jesus, Yeshua, the servant candle. And we have 3 candles on the other side. Total of 7. 7 is a number of completion. Revelation 21, new heaven, new earth, that's the 8th event. Number 8 is new beginnings. So we have a pattern all the way through history. In 1st century AD, prior to Nero, no, we're just called it a little persecution. a slight misunderstanding, a little persecution. No, you burnt them at the stake. You buried them. You crucified Peter upside down. That was prior to the destruction of the temple. Then they claim, oh, Peter was a bishop of Rome, therefore we represent God on earth. Really? You killed them. You massacred people. And we dare call it just a little persecution. We've had supreme tribulation, and yeah, could be a great tribulation, what was actually called the wrath of God. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. People want to believe in post-trib? Hey, don't blame him when you go through the wrath of God. Maybe some older people we know will be taken because they're picking up on this doctrine too. Then they can be resurrected. Then they come with him in Zechariah 14. No, not from the Mount of Olives. They come with him. The saints come with him. And in the same chapter, it talks about fresh water coming into the Dead Sea. Yeah, there is fresh water fish in a salt sea now, the Dead Sea. This is happening. Yeah, Ezekiel 47, you have to have some fish before you have many fish. Ezekiel 47 talks about fishing in the Dead Sea. Where are we at? But we hold to Canaanite Romanistic ideas. The last chapter of Zechariah 14, no more Canaanite. New versions say merchant or trader. It's not talking about the person's occupation. It's talking about false doctrines and false traditions. There may be good traditions, but a lot of it is just false. There's no sheep in the high country of Israel in December. We don't understand this. We don't understand what the Feast of Tabernacles is, yet it mentions it 3 times in the last chapter of Zechariah. Why is that? And the Feast of Trumpets is a 2-day feast. They wait for the appearance of the new moon. That verse that people love to quote. No man knows the exact hour or day. Hey, in Israel, that's referred to the Feast of Trumpets. Hello. And then they quote oh no, only the Father in heaven knows. Well, he told us too that he calls us friends like Lazarus. And where did Lazarus go to? Left from Bethany. Why did he leave from Bethany? That's on the edge of the Mount of Olives. Bethany is still a poor area, Palestinian area. Now, where was he living? Where was his sisters? We have a pattern over and over and over again. And what do we believe in? That everything's all in the future yet. Zechariah chapter 5. Zechariah didn't know what was flying through the air. They didn't have planes and missiles. It's not a featherweight. It's a weight of a talent. Something long, rolled up. It just happens to be the size of the Russian truck-mounted missiles. The single-tube missiles. There's double tube, but the single-tube missiles in Iran. Oh, but how do you know that's talking about Iran? Well, the last verse of Zechariah spells it out. Shinar, Shinar. It's a province of Iran. This is what he's talking about. These are the times we live in. Maybe we should take our sunglasses off once in a while and get some sunshine. It's good for us too. We need vitamin D. They don't tell us that. No, just do what we're told. Really? Nice day out today. The sun's shining. Taking some time this morning. We didn't rush out. Taking some time to try to get this on YouTube. Lots of things happening. Yeah. I should get some more dentures too. Yeah. This old farmer, ex-trucker. What do I know? Hey, we can read it. It is written. People want to call our teaching, it is written. Then they put somebody up on a pedestal and they packed off the person to Australia because they didn't want to deal with the Christmas and Easter issue. Don't make too long. Make it part 1, then part 2. Oh, that's what my wife's telling me. Okay, we'll cut it short here now. Okay, you have a good day. Read some of these verses. Matthew 27, 52 to 53. Zechariah chapter 5. Zechariah chapter 14. Psalms 90. Yeah. We need to wake up. You have a good day. All right. A. Yeah. That's short for Canadian. Okay. Got my Jerusalem hat on. We were there in 2019 before lockdown. Learned lots of things. Okay. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything. Check it out. It is written. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.